This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
All right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
possibly
decided to go
mean?
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Ah, yes. The blue.
It's truly... Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Incredible. Riveting.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Damn.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue.
Oh
When
my
a long
God.
time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Okay. No, he's gonna do it. Just wait, just wait. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna. He's gonna. Okay.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
There will be an award for finding them all. How can we find them? Well, we can find them. Maybe we are. Are the collectibles? What? We must get all the collectibles, yes! We must have them all! Large room, lots of boxes, stairs, something to do with stairs. Somewhere both red and blue. Private but smelly place. Person. What? Bedroom? Aha!
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers
What do you mean? This is Zelda.
out of existence
You okay,
in a
man?
single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh,
Crutch.
what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he was still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Am I stuck here forever?
He
Goddamn!
knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
We're still stuck here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh. The end is never the end is never the end.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, the memo.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, we can find them. Okay, I'm not gonna go that way again. We could go
Coming to a
upstairs.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, no. Give me
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really
3 more.
must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another
Stanlerines.
Stanlerine under your belt.
Oh, cool. I don't want to go in the loop if that's gonna loop again. That was very long. Let's go up. I don't know if I'll do the same thing or not. I don't know. His office is insane. Look at this. Incredible.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
A dead body.
So the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply
genius.
pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input
What?
the correct code by sheer luck.
Yep.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Where's that collectible at? Where's that collectible at? Totally safe elevator. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
What's with this yellow square being here? Can I read that?
Stanley walked straight
Jesus.
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
401k. Escape. Mind control facility. Alright, I'm making you choose right or left. It's gonna be your fault, whatever happens. The power is in your hands. It's never the end. 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 The end is. Oh, we go. Right? Okay, mind control it is. Do, 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 do. Boop.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
My
screens.
God.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
This is a crazy gaming setup. Oh.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Fired.
Their true nature revealed. Each
That one's
bore the
on.
number
Oh,
of
they're
an
all on.
employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them,
What does that say?
finally monitored in this place where freedom
Nothing.
meant nothing.
Fired. 2 people fired. Let's go this way. Yeah.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind?
This is pretty standard for Office Work. Yeah, just another typical day in the office.
But
Oh,
here was
God.
the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Alright, we're turning it on, we're turning it off. Your choice. I think I want to turn it off. I might turn it off, actually. Awaiting input. 10 more seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Your chat's probably delayed, but I'm clicking off. Alright, I did. I picked off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Am I free? Oh.
Yes. He had won.
Yes.
He had defeated the machine.
I can move.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yeah. Oh, is it gonna repeat now? The end is never the end is never the end.
All of his co-workers...
Stanley's definitely not married to happiness.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Okay.
simply missed a memo.
Aren't there like 46 endings to this game or something?
When Stanley
I'll get
came
back
to
to
a
that
set
big
of two open
room.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
Gotta find those. Okay, we need 3 more. You said there's no reward for that.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
Freak!
to his boss's office.
No, wait. Oh, shoot. I messed up. I didn't mean to go this way. I got sidetracked because I was on autopilot. Freak! Wait, let's just... Okay, we'll go the escape route this time. Can we go over here, though? Oh. Huzzah!
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Yeah. I like Stan Loreen's. Loreen's? Stan Loreen's? That sounds nice. Sounds fancy, exotic. It's fun to say. Can I go through this door? Oh my god, that poor panda! What? Okay, escape path. We're gonna go to the escape
Stepping
path.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through
Nope.
papers on the
Frick, how do I
boss's
clear?
desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was
Dang
caught
it.
by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its
Kind of
purpose
next to his
be?
desk.
In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly,
Bro, I already
by simply
did that, what do you
pushing
mean?
random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Yes, I did. I did indeed. Down. Ooh, loading screen. Wish there was this.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the
button.
large door.
Going
of the
left.
Mind control facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with that. You know.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still
That's
had
true.
every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Yep.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Indeed, indeed, yes. Oh my. Yep, that seems safe. Ah! Legs of steel. Oh, goodness.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned.
This is gonna hurt.
willingly accepted
Would it hurt, though?
the violent end to his brief
Like he'd die so quick, it'd be like, oh, yep.
Farewell, Stanley.
Okay, yep. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh! Haha!
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh! I'm alive. So, I'm dead.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every
Heaven.
path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What? Yep. Oh, this is like the credit. Yep, credits. Buttons. Press each sound is a mix of keyboard strokes and synthesized tone. That's a fun way to do this. Ooh, it's like a Tron level? Yeah, there's like many places I haven't been yet. Projector. Almost don't want to look at these. Spoilers, maybe. What's this way? Why is there floating light? Oh, it's swinging. A chain. Might be the narrator. Yeah, I guess. What is over here? Over here.
And finally, he pushed the number 9. Stanley pushed the number 6.
Oh, cool.
When Stanley came to the lift, he traveled upward to the power source at the top of the facility to end this injustice forever.
Alright, let's get out of here. I think it resets if we wait. I'm lost. Oh god. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Exit. So quiet.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
And reset.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But
Got him
listen
back.
to me.
Why?
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your
I want to see what
own
happens.
choice.
Is it actually going to crush me this time?
Choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Well, I'm mush. Alright, well that's one ending.
All of his co-workers were gone.
How do I get to the...
Stanley decided
I
to
forget
go to
the
meeting
pathway
room.
to take to get
Perhaps
to
he had
the
simply
big
missed a
area.
memo.
I won't spoil anything, but... I forget the path to get there. I'm just gonna loop for eternity. Trying to find the right path. How do I get there?
When
Yes!
Stanley came to a set
I
of
think I
two
got it.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
There might actually be a new path I haven't been to yet. Actually. Also, we have 4 out of 6. So we need 2 more. Okay. Wait, oh my god. I messed up. Oh my god, the autopilot is crazy right now.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
It's new.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I had to go right, not left. God damn it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
You've heard of this game before, but never seen actual gameplay? Or seen the gameplay? Yeah. It's pretty good. Let's go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, so...
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
What?
I'm not your
Because that
enemy.
doorway's open. I haven't been over there
I
yet.
realize
Is that just
investing
looping?
your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the
gotta
story
time
has
this right, I
been
think.
about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Oh!
Really?
Yep.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
What?
Give me a chance. Now listen
This is new
carefully,
to me.
this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh, you're gonna make me choose! I don't like choosing! Whoa, hey! I'll take that.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon,
This narrator
you'll
would be
collect
great
the last
for Dr.
one,
Seuss,
And then
yeah.
the first number will equal the second number, and that will
One
be
more.
it.
Yes.
We'll be different people by then.
Yep,
Different
absolutely.
in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
It's gonna be beautiful. Red or blue? Oh, God. Red. Why not?
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Avoid. Okay. Oh.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
What drugs did we take, right? Wow. Ooh, pretty colors. Wow. So pretty. I'm actually curious, how many effects does it have in here? Not changing. We're leaving. Oh.
No, wait.
Looks
Where
like
are
my
you going?
basement.
Oh no.
Stairs.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset.
I ain't gonna
we'll
die.
lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think
I'm a
about
bounce.
No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
What if I do it again?
No. No. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Legs of steel.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Oh shit, I just want to hear him beg a little bit more. Come on. Now you're not gonna beg?
My God.
Okay.
Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Am I dead? God,
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. Look, do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Is it different? Different colors.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I still thought that was possible.
Alright, let's go back up the stairs. You're gonna get in, I got you. Surely it kills me. Wait, was that? That's why I always like that. Ah, back to the stairs. So slow. My legs. My ankles. They totally broken.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Probably.
Going back.
Alright, well that's the suicide in the
All
game
of his
ending.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, what do we got? We got 5 or 4? I think we got... Wait, no, wait, you have 4, right? Of the collectibles? Yeah. Well, that's different. This is not the same. What?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
How do I... Five out of 6, right? We need one more. Where could it be hiding? Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Downstairs... I think he's gonna go long monologue again. But upstairs... I'm trying to route the pathways in my head. Oh, I don't remember. I'm losing my brain. I'm losing my mind and my brain all at once. Oh, right. We have to go this way. Haven't been this way in a long time. Go up. Oh, okay. Ah. Papers are very glowy. Oh, the speakers in this are really nice. It's like Dolby Atmos. It's like coming from the center of the elevator. This just is an infinite elevator, right? Does it actually go anywhere though? Like, what if I wait here for 3 hours straight? Oh. What did okay. What if we go down? I just burped, and I don't think my noise suppression let it go through. Ooh, piano.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul
Spinning
anywhere.
in circles.
Could
Okay.
he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. He lay on the floor, heavily prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's
1, 2, 3,
future?
4, 5, 6, 7,
Alas,
8,
it
8.
was not.
Wow.
For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, It had been assigned
Oops.
a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it.
This is 000. Oh.
2845. Statistically, nearly impossible. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly
Home Alone.
opened passageway.
Wait. Oh, it's locked. Bro, wait. Crushing thing. And then there's... Wait, this is the crushing thing. Okay, I'm stuck. How do I get back to that place? Oh my... Escape mind control. How did I get to that? I don't have the route memorized in my head. How did I
Stanley
get there?
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah. Okay, let me cook. Frig. Wait. Oh, this is gonna be
Lights
long.
rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, it's here. Huh.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature.
She can zoom.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his
Oh, I think I gotta go
entire life
right, and then I gotta
utterly
take an
blind to the
elevator.
world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I did, but...
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Jesus. I want all the
Stanley,
power.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
What?
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine.
3.
You are the star. It's your story
Where's
now.
1?
Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
Locked
Mere
in.
moments until
So
the
locked
bomb
in.
goes off.
Incredibly
What
locked in, I will
precious
say.
moment each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
It says 5, though.
What's
Why
that?
does it say
I'd like
5?
to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a
It tricked me.
You're
What?
gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story.
Oh!
Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This
frick.
version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come
40
up
seconds,
with
Chip. We got time. We got so much time.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on this.
Oh, thank you.
Why not? These are precious additional
So I hit
seconds.
1. Now it says, wait. Why does it say 1 now? It says 1 now. Why does it say 1?
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing?
Let me click 1. I guess I'll just follow the screen. It was 5. Why is it different?
That something in this room was capable of turning it off. I mean, look at you.
1.
Running from button
What?
to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will
What?
save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? One
Wait.
so-
Oh, they have numbers.
Do you have any
some of
idea
them, no,
what
some
your
of them.
purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment
No!
powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine.
I got time. I got time.
I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at
Wait, is it
the clock.
427? Wait.
30
No.
seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
No, I'm locked in. I'm locked in.
Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or
Why is this
don't.
glowing?
It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.